You're better. You use me. Use me.
No, I'll protect you. No, she's coming.
I'm going in the face.
Oh no. No, he's finishing me. I'm screaming.
You stupid.
Control reloading on my body.
I'm going in the face.
Oh no.
Is he actually resonating?
You win these, you win these. He's just better.
Oh my god, that flick was nasty, Daz.
Going in the face.
He's better. Kill him, he murdered me. Yes.
You.
Yes.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's really late at night, but I was thinking about a video to post, and one of them might be interesting is why I don't play Wraith. It's interesting because I technically don't even have her heirloom. And well, if I'm going to play Wraith, I kind of need to have her heirloom. So I did something dumb. I went and bought the black market or Black Friday deal for all the packs. And I'm going to showcase the footage in the background. I got an heirloom. Yay. So let's go get her heirloom, because if I'm going to play Wraith, and let's talk about a little bit of history, and let's decorate her out a little bit, and I'm going to go play around with her. I never played Wraith. I have all of these legendary skins for her. I mean, look at this. Look at all these skins that I have for her. I have so many, and I do not play her. It is very strange. I actually think I like the Marble Goddess skin the most from Wraith, but when she first came out with this one, it was glitched, and so I didn't get to use it, and plus I don't play Wraith. What is very interesting about... Let me know in the comment what your favorite skin with Wraith is. Okay, we got the badges, the pred badges, the 2 masters thing. Let's see, do we have any trackers? So I barely have any kills with her. Keep in mind, I have tens and thousands of eliminations in Apex Legends. I'll put on headshots. Let's see, what else can we put on here? Anything interesting? I don't really play... I mean, you can see like how many times in the voids, anything like that. Kind of don't really have a whole lot, which is, I guess, a little strange, considering how meta she is and how good of a legend she is. I don't play her, and the reason for that, it was early on when I played competitively. Nobody wanted to play Wattson whenever Wattson was meta, and I just got forced into the role, and when I scrimmed, I happened to play just pretty much Wattson, which is why I have 11,000 eliminations on her. I used to play Lifeline, who I have also 9,000 eliminations, and then I would play Pathfinder, who I have like 2,700. And like I have 3,000 Loba, about almost 2,000 Horizon. Like I was a jack of all trades, pretty much. But you'll notice overall, like I still have like another couple. Like it's just a lot of eliminations, just to the point. But when you look at how little I've played her, considering how she is hands down one of the best legends, it's a little strange. And well, let's just go get her heirloom real quick. So all the heirlooms I have are Rampart, Revenant, Bangalore, Gibraltar. I would not get Caustic because I don't think I'm ever going to be Caustic main. Neither am I going to be for Mirage. Octane just is not my speed. Pathfinder makes sense. I play Pathfinder, Lifeline. Bloodhound I don't play a lot of, and definitely don't play Wraith. But she also had the first heirloom, which I can get, and I surprisingly got an heirloom for her. So I guess let's get it. All right, there it is. We now have her heirloom. Let's go attach this. Let's add all the banner poses for her. You gotta get that one, and then we have to let's equip it. Let's go into the test range and let's feel it out, I guess. It's interesting because it really adds to her. Like, you ever feel like an heirloom makes a legend complete? You know, it really adds an element. Oh, look at that. You know what? It's I accidentally hit my Discord mute, so I'm sorry about that. It really feels, you know what I'm gonna do to play extra sweaty? I'm probably gonna play stretch res, because like, listen, if you're gonna sweat as a Wraith, you gotta put stretch res on, right? So we're gonna put all the hallmarks of being sweaty, and let's see how I do. I mean, realistically, I put guides on Wraiths because I've played with Wraiths competitively. I understand how she plays competitively. I've casted over Wraith mains, and I've seen what she can do and how she can be put into action. maybe I'm just on untapped potential. What if I could be an amazing Wraith main and I've just been forcing myself not to play her? So today, what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to go to bed after I'm recording this section. I'm going to wake up in the morning because it's the middle of the night. Don't make purchases in the middle of the night, guys. I have already made that mistake. And in the morning, I'm going to go play and warm up and then talk about how I either got around and was good and got a win, or I completely regret the decision from buying 100 packs and getting this heirloom. I mean, I got some other cool stuff. I mean, I can see why people really like this. This heirloom is so smooth. It's so nice. Wow. Anyways, let's go hop in game. Let's go hop in game. Whether it's tonight or in the morning, I'll let you guys know when I do the jump cut. Alright, at the start of the video, you saw me just having some fun as Wraith. That's kind of when I got more comfortable the next day, and I was just kind of memeing around. I mean, her Q is absolutely insane. And I accidentally bumped my microphone there, so I don't know if that's going to pick up or not. But nonetheless, this is my first round after I got the heirloom, and I hopped in, and I decided, you know what, let's just go all in and have some fun. And the next round, I actually did well. This one, I completely failed. The heirloom did not make me a better player initially. And not only that, but I was getting hot dropped on. I was getting punched out right off the rip. But the plus side is that this is what makes Wraith so good, is that there's two people on me, so I guess I just go into phase. And then boom, I run away and try to reposition. This was really bad. I got landed on, and well, there's not much you can do in these scenarios. You can just go look for loot and try to heal up and then go fight right afterwards. Eva 8 is not as strong as it used to be. Still a really good gun, but you always want to isolate and try to get into your 1v1s as much as possible. It's always one of the most important things that you can do. And I guess as I played more Wraith, the next run you're going to see when I actually kind of was memeing, like internally, just kind of vibing, but finally popped off. Like, this isn't bad, but I ran into a 2v1. Let me go back. Let's figure out what could I have done differently here. So I go up. Let's see. Did I have the information to know where they're at? I know these guys both jumped on me. I'm looking to go for a fight. If I know they both jumped on me, then I can assume that he's right there. Unfortunately, the other guy shows up right afterwards. I probably could have waited for more information. Sometimes just barreling in head first is probably the biggest mistake you can make. And even if I landed those two shots there, I don't think that it would have panned out well for me. So this is my death. And let's segue to the next gameplay where actually I only got 10 kills. It's nothing crazy, but I kind of want to look at it because my second round is Wraith after a really long time. Okay, the next round. And I started playing stretch res because every Wraith has to be super sweaty, so I got to play the sweatiest settings as possible. And that's why the recording didn't showcase me landing at the start, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to play stretch res. I'm going to become a sweatyttvwraith Wraith Lord. Actually, no, I guess I changed it midway through. There we go. I changed it. I don't know if I need to scale this recording back at all, but now I'm stretch res. Look at that. I'm sweaty Wraith now, and I got myself a nice little attachment. Let's go to the first fight and figure out how I did and what... Because it took a while to find a fight. I was really surprised dropping there. I didn't find anything. So we go over to the middle section of the map. I have a bloodhound that is scanning. We're thirding, and we go for the fight. I think my Wraith Q honestly didn't make a whole lot of sense initially. So I cut around the corner, and they were here, but I get a little bit of get fried. So I try to wait for the enemy to make a mistake, and I get shot in the back, unfortunately. So at this point, I decide not to get pushed, and I decide to go into phase. Go into phase and reposition. That's the beauty of the Wraith Q. I think if I just ran away, you can always use your Wraith Q a little better. I don't know if that was that's probably not necessarily the best spot. I just didn't want to get sandwiched, and I wanted to reposition. And luckily, it did pay off. So there's one here, and there's one a little low. He says he lit all of them up. It's pretty much true. Pathfinder goes down, and then there's one more. Luckily, I didn't slide exactly into that. And then there's the cleanup. Nice, solid 3 kills right off the rip, and then we reset and gather all our materials, and I'm on my journey to becoming a Sweat Lord Wraith TTV. Using the marble skin. I started using a different skin a little later. I'm using the blue one now where she looks like a Papa Smurf. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's see, because at this point we're just looting. I think, do we get thirded here? I feel like it's crazy. I was playing this just a couple days ago, and you tend to forget like what the heck you did, but I guess it's good for VOD review. Keep skipping ahead. I can speak English. And let's take a look. So I think there's a fight that's up ahead that we finally identify. But sometimes when you drop hot, you just don't find those kills. And granted, I think if I ran into more teams that I was pretty hot in this round, and sometimes it just doesn't always work out. Because, I mean, it's not like we, lack for a better word, tried looking for a fight. We definitely went around looking. So those rounds where maybe you only get like 7 or 8 kills, know that if you just had a lot more people near you, that you could have lucked out and got a higher kill game. That's why I say it's a bit of RNG. You want to drop hot and, you know, get into as many gunfights as possible, but sometimes you just don't find anybody. And there is a team up ahead here that we do identify. It looks like they cleaned up a fight, and we look to isolate them out. What's interesting about playing Wraith again is, you know, her hitbox is like playing Wattson. They're kind of the same height, so to speak. It's not perfect, but they're kind of the same. Longbow does a lot of damage, and her crypto is absolutely insane. Going in with the crypto bomb. And all I can do at this point is just kind of heal up and let my teammates do a little bit of damage. I mean, I was out in the open there, to be fair. So, you know, what best thing I can do is just kind of reset the damage. And there's the additional Bloodhound scan that they definitely went out with. I was hoping that they're going to peek a little sooner, but at least I got the crack with a little bit of pre-fire. And I get shot in the back, and I go for the Q. If I was not Wraith here, I definitely would have went down. Most likely, because they definitely had a full mag into me. Lucky my teammate was there to help go for the cleanup. So this fight actually went more to my teammates and doesn't really contribute to me getting all the kills that I was kind of looking for, but that at least I do get the Ashy Pashy, who is up in the air here. Decided to go chase her. I'm confident with the amount of HP that I have that I can go in on this fight. So just some decision making of what you can do. So surprise, Ash, and then I get my 4th kill after going for the punch. Look, the heirloom came into play there. The animation of when you're moving the heirloom is just so clean. It's really, really nice. I was joking around at the start saying that the heirloom kind of completes your movement. It really kind of helps you identify when you need to, you know, holster your weapon, take it out, holster your weapon, take it out. Just because, one, you really enjoy, I personally enjoy the animation a lot, which is why I can't wait for Loba, Wattson, you know, or even Horizon to get their heirlooms. I don't know. I just feel like I wish the heirlooms would come out faster, but, you know, hey, just me. And granted, you know, it's going to tear a hole in our wallet, and then we'll just go screaming for the holidays saying we're poor. But nonetheless, let's continue onwards. So it takes a while to find these fights, man. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, man, I was super sweaty. And all the action comes at the end, because remember, I got a total of 10 kills. So 6 kills are about to happen towards the end here. You know, we skip around, keep moving forward, but keep moving forward. And all the teams don't want to fight. They're all around this jump tower in a minute. And this is where the fight really happens. As we kind of push through towards the south side of the map. So again, you know, don't get discouraged in your rounds, knowing that, and this is where the fighting begins. So nice little bit of damage there, 55, and then there's a knock on the Bangalore. And this is where, at this point, we're in a fight till the very end. This is a good knock. It means that we should push it. I hit him. The crypto has a drone right above, which is huge. That's crypto. You don't see a lot of cryptos, man, in pubs. Well, if you're playing a sweatyttvwraith, that's what everyone sees. So another solid knock there. And at this point, it's free. It's surprisingly having a really good crypto on your team as well that helps with identifying with information. They both decide to run away. I try to go for the air shot, and it's just not enough. I start crying internally because I can't land my shots. It is what it is, you know. I was hoping to get one of them. If I landed one of those, that would have been a banger, but alas, I did not. So unable to flex and say, wow, I'm so talented at aiming, because I guess I'm not anymore. I'm crying. But nonetheless, there's the knock that I had. Oh, you know, actually, they got knocked because of the zone. So that's what I remember. So look at the Bangalore coming back. It says 0 damage because technically I did the damage before. And he still has the armor because he died from zone. Now there is going to be another team that does show up here in just a second. Because this is where pretty much the ending encounter happens. Our team is pretty kitted, pretty loaded. So when you're looking for your 4K badge or even your 20 bomb, if you have just a few teams at the end and you're able to get into every single fight, that would be ideal. And sometimes you just can't find people. Ways to counteract that is to having an Ash in your team to know where the fights happen last. Otherwise, you're just guessing. At least that's what happened to me. I was just running around guessing where I thought teams would land based on their landing trajectories, but in pubs it's a lot harder to predict. So then we have the last team here. Solid spray. Almost knocked him, but not enough. There's another spray here, and look at the Rampart throwing out her ultimate. So I decide just to reset. I want to peek that again. Our poor Bloodhound, they go down inside the building, and now we have a potential 3v2, but at least that individual goes down, and I know the Valkyrie in the back is cleaning it up, so I decide to push to get into the encounter as fast as possible because I know they're low, the Valkyrie is distracted, and I'm able to clean up that fight. I do have the ability to go for a bat, so I decide to do so instead because I do get hit in the back. The Bloodhound's going for res. But I decide not to focus on the res just because I know I'm not going to have the time to do so, so I try to do as much damage as humanly possible. This is a 2v1, scenario here, and I go for the bat because I know the other person's on the other side because I just saw him, so I have a little bit of time, and I don't think the Caustic's going to push. The Caustic honestly should have, because then they had me sandwiched. I'm really surprised they didn't push me, but then they give it to me with the win here for a total of 10 kills. Like I said, nothing special, but it is the second round that I had of playing as a sweatyttvwraith, and the rounds only got better from there. So maybe there is some hidden potential of playing Wraith. Maybe I should become a sweat lord and just do nothing but sweat in this game. Or I should just continue as Wattson. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more Wraith gameplay, how to play Wraith. She's pretty straightforward and easy to play, mostly because and that's 2k damage. That's not half bad. For just kind of messing around on the second go around with the heirloom, it was really late at night when I did this, and which is why I accidentally left my microphone on, and it's why you see me kind of switch to stretch res. It was literally me messing around with some settings for the first time. But again, if you enjoy this video, enjoy the style of content, don't forget to leave a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.